Hey creators, this is Piyush and welcome to a new playlist or series you may call Basics of Visual Design, where I teach basic elements of visual design from scratch and completely for beginners. There are many principles and elements in a good visual design. So I will not be talking about all of them, not in this series, because this series is specially dedicated for beginners. I would only talk about some basic stuff like typography, hierarchy, contrast, color, white space, and stuff like that. So let's get started. So let's start with what exactly is visual design. Visual design is a way of communication and helps to improve the aesthetics and usability of any product. The product can be anything like your website, app, books, PDF. Even this slide which is in front of you is also an example of visual design. So the way I see it is visual design is just a mode of communication in this information era. This slide created here, yes, the one you are seeing right now, is an example of visual design because it helps me to convey my message to you guys. But it doesn't stop there. Visual design also helps me to convey my message in an easy to understand manner without any resistance. That you can say a hassle free experience. What do I mean by that? See, there is a slide which has two paragraphs of content about me. Both convey the message, but the one in the right conveys it in a simple and good way, or you can say hassle free way. This is visual design. So, now why do we use visual design? What's the use of visual design? Like I said, we can convey our message either way, but the one which is clear and speaks the most and is hassle free is a good design. We use visual design to convey our emotions, mindset when we talk on a personal level, like lettering, art, illustrations, typography, etc. And when we talk from a business mindset, we talk about their values and their beliefs which they put out for their customers. So now you know the importance of visual design. Let's jump on to some six basic principles of visual design, which would help you to design in a better way. The first principle is balance. Balance is just what it sounds like. Your design should be balanced. Think of it like this: every visual element you use in your design has a weight to it, like text, shapes, boxes, images, etc. So you'd want your design layout to be balanced with all the content that's in it. Something like this. Now I have my design, which is in this case my slide, well balanced than my previous design, which was tripping all over to the other side. Now you can notice this design principle in most of the websites. Take the example of Twitter sign-in page. This right here looks balanced. The next or the second principle I wanted to talk about is alignment. Alignment refers to the way the different elements in a design are lined up in relation to each other to a particular part of the page. Alignment is a principle we use to improve the readability and overall usability of our product, which can be, like I said, anything. So, human eyes scans or reads any piece of text from left to right and top to bottom. Here in this image, you cannot read the text properly. It's a bit hassle. It's not a good experience. But if we align everything to the axis, you can see the magic is happening. That's the power of design. Of course, this is just not it to alignment. There's a lot more to it, but I'm just making these things familiar to you. Trust me, you'll get it all cleared up in the upcoming episodes. I'm a designer, I have designed these episodes, so trust me. Next topic is hierarchy. Hierarchy is the control of visual information in an arrangement to imply importance. Hierarchy is when an element appears more important in comparison to other design elements. We use hierarchy to give visual elements a proper order on what should come first and what you don't want people to see. This right here is hierarchy. So just remember for now that visual elements, the elements which we use in our design, should be properly arranged in a way that users don't have to think where they want to look and what to do. Create a hassle-free experience for them. We can change our visual hierarchy of our elements by mostly three things, which are shape, size, and color. For example, if we want to design a screen where we just want to display some information like this right here, so we need to make sure that people see what you want them to see first. Like you'd want the heading to be first looked at. So make it bold and increase the size. Now the heading element is of more hierarchy than the body text. This was just an example I gave you to understand hierarchy. I hope it's clear till now. So that was it for this video, creatives. Hope you learned something new from this video. And this was just the part one of basic principles of visual design. I'll be releasing the part two of this particular video where I'll cover three more principles of visual design. I'll be releasing that the next week, so stay tuned for that. And do let me know in the comments where can I improve because we are really new to video making. So yeah, that was it. Subscribe and see you in the next one.